On a chilly December afternoon, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Paul Brown Stadium in Cincinnati, Ohio. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Cincinnati Bengals. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14.
Fielded near the back of the end zone. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. To speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And a first down, Chiefs.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at their 49-yard line.
To throw, it's Mahomes.
That's taken in by Duvernay.
Mahomes.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
Another carry for the running back.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown, so a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
Tackle made.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Picked off by Von Bell. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD.
Bengals.
Well, it was 3rd down. Defensively, they were just hoping to make a play and get off the field, get their offense on. Instead, they did one better. Pick it off, take it into the end zone.
Well, they did what you said. They got off the field.
They're going to have to come right back on.
They're going to come right back on, but happily, right? They put the ball in the end zone. That's the way you start a game. That's the way you set the tone.
Parkey adds the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Austin Seibert set to kick off.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told him, and they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Mahomes. And going deep and that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
To number 10,
Tyreek Hill. with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go. Look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37.
37-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle around twice for the encore. You know.
Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10
at their own 37.
He'll look to throw right away.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll be marked down all the way inside the KC 10. A big play there for Cincinnati. 55 yards. Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a 1st and goal situation. They'll give it to Mixon, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Calling a loss of 2 on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and goal.
At the 11-yard line.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. Now Burrow loses the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Well, partner, they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. Now a handoff looking right. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
It's a gain of 3. 1st down, Chiefs.
Here's Mahomes to throw. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one good for 12 yards in a Kansas City 1st.
1st down, Chiefs.
On 1st down, Mahomes. Open man is Duvernay. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion. These two teams all tied after 1.
Bengals 40-yard line.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Mahomes escaping the pressure right. Complete. The tight end, Kelce. And he's got another 1st down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 22-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Now a handoff here to his running back. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down. That fits the bill.
At the 15-yard line.
And he'll give it here to his running back. He takes this down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
Not a whole lot of room to maneuver there, and I think that's because everyone took care of their responsibilities, filled their gaps, held their place. No place for him to run.
Yeah, looked good. Everything got funneled to the nose tackle. They swallowed him up. And he is going to lose yardage here.
This defense is really thrown around in the 1st half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
They'll go for it. It's Mahomes. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, get some 9 yards and a first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead.
Had the option there, read it perfectly, and an easy little touchdown toss.
And it has to be a sharp throw, too, because of where they are on the field. The extra traffic, things are condensed near the goal line. Good route by the receiver as well.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Taken in the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And they'll be looking to atone for last time's mistake of fumbling inside the red zone. Certainly they don't want to do that again.
And so much emphasis placed on red zone offense. I mean, you have periods devoted in practice just for that because everyone knows how vital it is to put points on the board when you've entered that part of the field. And to come away with nothing, that's difficult.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked by Ronnie Harrison. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line.
CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Sam Hubbard make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
And it's 3rd down.
Gonna need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack for Mahomes and company. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Space to maneuver at the 40.
Quickly to Kelsey.
And he'll take it to the 43-yard line. Despite a pickup of 16, they're still well short of the sticks on 4th.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City.
And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
On 2nd down, here's Mixon. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
I know what you're thinking out there. I know a lot of you are thinking, take a shot downfield. It's a great spot for it. I'd say maybe later in the game, definitely in the 2nd half. Right now, I think they were just trying to get some momentum.
And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. On 2nd down, here's Burrow. That's complete to Taywan Taylor. The Bengals going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the 1st half. From the gun on third down is Burrow. And that's caught by Smith. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And finally taken down at the 30-yard line. Now the Bengals going to signal for their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. To the air again, Burrow. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
And incomplete. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
Again, it's Burrow. Incomplete, and we're down to 8 seconds now.
Incomplete from the contact. Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And Parkey missed it. That's no good. Off to the right, and this score will stay right where it is.
Always disappointing when you miss a field goal, but when you're playing against a defense this good, you and I both know that's a crucial miss because you can't afford to leave any points out there. You've got to take them when you can.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Bucs set to get to football first, and they trail here as we get started in the second half. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10
at their own 23.
He'll hand it off here. This is Mixon.
Tackle made there by Frank Clark.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try to chip someone at the second level.
Over the middle, and it's incomplete. Vincent Smith, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8 yards to go.
Out of the gun, it's Burrow. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he'd better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A big kick there. We'll call it 56 yards on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. From the 31, Mahomes caught. Kelsey, left side. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
First down, Kansas City.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
32, the ball carrier.
And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. They've done a pretty good job containing him up until this drive, and until that run, there was no containing him at all.
Yeah, you're right about that. He finally popped free. But we didn't have to be in their practice sessions. We didn't have to be in their meeting rooms. They planned for a run like that to happen, maybe a couple of them. But what did they tell their guys all week? You know what they said. Move on to the next play. That one just happened. Let it go.
That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Down right around the 25. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
Not the kind of game that will go absolutely crazy for him, but it's the kind of game that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The tight end Kelsey has it over the middle. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 2-yard line.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What do the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he?
And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown.
Touchdown.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead.
Partner, they had a good lead as they went in at the half, and they came out here in the second half and found a way to extend it. I love their consistency. Don't worry about what they said at halftime. This seemed like a team that was ready to play 60 minutes, and while this game is far from over, I love their approach.
Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Check 52. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight right there. Under 10. Under 10. 10.
Burrow looking to pass. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Taco Charlton. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. On 2nd down, Burrow. And he'll find Hall. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
82.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. He'll get that one to Taylor, complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's going to be met at about the 43.
Joe Mixon.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Winfield on the tackle.
From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. He'll let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20.
If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Gets this to the 24 for a gain of 4.
A gain of 4.
Charles, you'd said the magic number was probably right around 20 for this defense because they're facing one of the top 5 offenses in the league in terms of points scored. They've had their moments, but this offense just a little too good, isn't it?
They really are, because no matter what you do to make an adjustment on defense, they've had an answer for it.
The Chiefs on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 6. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's the Chiefs punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And this will be covered up. Pretty good result. It'll be down at the 14-yard line.
At their own 14-yard line.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on it. And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked by Antoine Winfield Jr.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work.
And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. A great play there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Chiefs use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Butker now to add the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7.
Makes the score Chiefs 28, Bengals 7. Harrison Butker to kick off for Kansas City.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away.
Fielded in the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the 4th quarter. This would be their 3rd straight defeat.
And he's got room. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
At the 34-yard line.
Now Joe Mixon. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
10 at the 49-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Mixon. And he'll take it across the 50 and into Chief territory. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And now they will throw it with Burrow. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. Mixon hit, and all the ball is out. And it's picked up by the Chiefs.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
You'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive.
And they have to be feeling pretty good. Comfortable fourth quarter lead as they take over following the fumble recovery.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of about 8, as that will lead us to the 2-minute warning.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And he'll give it here to his running back. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 44-yard line.
And to give this time to the tailback. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
56. There we go. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. Let him know.
Now Mahomes. And this is incomplete. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on 4th down. And the Bengals will get the football back. So we were looking at each other up here in the booth when they went for that, saying, oh, wow, talk about trying to add insult to injury.
Some teams are just like that. You know, some philosophies, some coaches are like, look, when I got a chance to put some more points on the board, I don't care what the situation, I'm going to do it. And they're also the same coaches as a general rule that if someone does it to them, you won't hear people protest out of them. That's just who they are.
Throwing right, and that's complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Bengals are able to draw a bit closer. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie. Because usually your rookie season is in a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
And this carries into the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
Their own 20-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Mahomes going to throw it here. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
And space opens a bit as he gets it across the 15 to the 17-yard line. So that gets back some of what they needed, but they're still stuck here with a 3rd and 13. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Now let's see. Yeah, the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So for Kansas City, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Cincinnati, it's a potentially fatal blow to their playoff chances as they drop to 6-7 on the year. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Bye.